What's happening, folks, and welcome to another episode of Dortmund Rising. Today is the season review episode. If you're excited for that, hit the like button down below and subscribe if you're new as well. Hitting the like button really helps the channel out. Also down in the comment section, leave your thoughts on the series. Any feedback is always welcome on videos to try and help improve the content for you guys. Anything you want me to do differently or improve upon, I'm always open to honest and good feedback. So today, if you're new to the channel, we do a season review at the end of every season. We look at basically the screens they've put on the season review, which is one of the great features I love about FM now, is this feature where it just shows you things in summary. We'll then look at competitions. I'll give my opinion on what happened. I'll give my player of the season. Look at the budget next season, the expectations, and that'll be the end of the video. It's not going to be ultra long. I don't think I need to go. I don't really think I need to go through in-depth stats. But if you guys anything you want me to add on in these season reviews, let me know in the comment section. I've not done any transfers yet, so there's nothing to worry about. It's just like revealing anything. So this is your chance, guys. I really want to make these season reviews the best possibly can, so let me know if anything I miss out you'd like to see included down the line. So this season we only won the German Super Cup, which gives you a sense of how bad the season's been. The new arrivals this season, we had only one major signing in my opinion. That was Mariba, who I think's been okay this season. We had a young kid, Paolo Dalgin, who came in, a young right defender who I think may get more football going forward soon. I think one thing I'm going to say about this season is it has maybe given me a bit more of an urge to go for young players. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, Lucas Hernandez as well came in this season. Not great. I think he's a stopgap for other defenders. I think he's just not been quite level we need to be. I think maybe he's better at centre back maybe than he's at left back. And Alan Enrique came in as well, a young midfielder who could be very vital for us, a box-to-box midfielder. I'll try and play more next season going forward. So Mariba was a big major signing. Money's not an issue with this team anymore. Players out. We lost Erling Haaland. It just became untenable to keep him, and it is a big issue now with our strikers, and we'll get to that in a second. And Nabe left as well, Labros left, and a couple of players left as well on basically free transfers. Alan Bowen was a really bad one. I really wanted to keep this kid, but we just couldn't. We just couldn't. I may try and get him back if I possibly can, because he is very, very good, and I didn't want to let him go, but it got to a point where Ing just came in. I think if I remember correctly, Ing just came in for him, and then I couldn't renew his contract. Very early on, people wanted him, and they just couldn't get him to say, I'll talk to you. He wouldn't have it, and that was disappointing. So, season results. As you can see here, Bundesliga, we finished second, 2 points behind Bayern Munich. Obviously, we started off really, really well in the season, but we just had a hit bad run of form. 3 draws in a row didn't help us, and we just let back into the game, in the title race. And you see here, overall, it's just those 3 draws in a row that did it. In January, and it was that period of the season there we had a bad run of form. Around that point, that was the point in the season that did it. The 2-2 draw against Frankfurt was the only real negative result that I was disappointed with. Obviously, everyone was better than us in that game. The BarraCuda and Schalke games we were okay in. It was that Frankfurt game, the chances Sancho had in that game to win the title for us. If he'd scored one of those one-on-ones, we win the title. It's that simple. But obviously, the bigger picture, it's not the only reason why we didn't win it, but it's a big reason as to why we weren't champions. If that goes in, you can look at being in it. Then we beat Bayer Leverkusen or we beat Schalke. So it's just the fact that it was the last big chance to win the title. Then we threw it away. They got relegated as well, which is really disappointing. Also, you can point out defensively, that game, we were 2-0 up in that game and we gave it away, so that's obviously a reason as well. But obviously, Sancho stands out there. Top goal scorer is found with 13 goals. There's the issue. The goals out there and the team without striker. Champions League, knocked out by but you can see here, like I said, the thing we've got, the expectation is to get semi-final place. But when we get knocked out of Champions League now, they're still saying it's understandable. We breezed through the group stage and we just couldn't score goals, and it keeps coming back to that. We're not putting the ball in the back of the net enough, and that's something I want to address in the window if I possibly can. But yeah, Champions League is still something we're trying to win. But like I've said, guys, if we get to 10th season and we've not won it, that might be the point. That may be the point I move on. I don't want to keep going for like 18 seasons. But again, I don't know. Your thoughts down in the comment section, guys. I want to win Champions League with them, but I'm also worried about it going on forever, and maybe it's really unlucky we don't pull it off. But let me know, guys, in the comment section what you think about that. Dusko Poco, lots of Stuttgart. I can't remember that game off the top of my head. I think it was a live combo. I don't remember it, so I'm not going to go over that too much. And one of the final against Bayern Munich, which were really good in that game. So yeah, moments to remember. Biggest win. 11-0. That game did not even get featured because it was just an obvious win we're going to get. Match to remember, 7-0 against Stuttgart. You see the Haaland there. Really wish we kept him. And then Bayern Munich, goal season was Bayern Munich, was Bruno Fernandes against Bayern Munich. Now, I never remember these goals, so we're going to actually load this up and have a look at it. Because I'm assuming it's a long-range strike, given that it is Bruno Fernandes. So let's have a look and see what this goal was. I don't remember it. I might remember. Oh, it's a free kick. Okay. I mean, I would imagine we scored better goals than that this season. But okay, I'll let the game decide that. As you can see, we've got a 4.5-star World reputation previously, and it's still the same. Not increased much at all really. Revenue is down, but obviously I think lack of Champions League football further on hindered that. Shirt sales. Sponges up though by £9 million from last season. That's good. Box office revenue down. Copyright opportunity down. Prize money down. Because obviously we didn't win as much this season. And commercial revenue only slightly down. But again, I think later stage Champions League, more games in that competition might make a difference in that. Obviously the main players in the team. Obviously Milan is now the top shirt seller. And I do feel we need to get a superstar signing in the season. How we end up, Haaland was the main guy. As you can see here, he got 11 goals in 20 appearances. He was really, really just not at it for the last part. His morale was really bad, and I was worried about just the situation continuing. I thought we could get through it with the players we had around him, but then the injuries with the right wings and left wing came up, and it was a bad combination of a striker not really in form, which was obviously Sigurli, and then the wingers not there to support them, and that really didn't help us out a lot. Accolades, none there, really worth noting about Player of the Season awards, obviously. As you can see, competition awards, Bruno got German Player of the Year, and obviously you can see there, signing of the season was Reba, young player was Demir. Yeah, Mustis was 13. Yeah, it's not bad, but it kind of just takes the gloss off it when you don't win anything. So, expectation next season, they want to challenge for the Bundesliga title, which I think is reasonable. I think that will happen. We just need to sort out the strikers. Semi-final Champions League, that's the thing we have to try and get further in. We came close a couple of years ago. Was it a couple of years ago? Or recently we came, relatively recently. So I'll accept that. I can't negotiate anything anyway. So I'll accept that. I'll accept that vision. NCT team meeting and discuss plans next season. Let's just come back and win the title. It's not a big step, guys. We've won it 5 of the last 6 years. Last stages, yeah. That's fantastic. That's a good end of season talk. But again, let's wait and see what happens with the whole transfer window. Speaking of which, we've got a lot of money to spend. There's no issue with money. It's just finding players we can get in for that money. Now, is it a simple case of we're just going to buy all our money on a striker? That could be a possibility. I'm loaning Fernando out, so it gives you an idea what I'm going to do. I think he's a player I'm going to loan out, but money-wise, not an issue. We're not in a debt, I don't believe. Yeah, transfer debt of £76 million, so that's not too bad. That's obviously installments that we're paying on players, I would assume, anyway. So, yeah. Overall competition overview. If you said to me 6 seasons in, you lose the title by 2 points, I'll be happy. If you told me it's the first title we've lost in 6 seasons, I'd be delighted. It's just the fine margins. We've got to replace that goal threat up front. We've got to find a striker who can score. I think Max will probably stay. Fernando leaves, and I go and sign a striker, and we have 2 strikers who can compete for that position. Because I think Max is not there yet, but hopefully by having a experienced striker up front, maybe we can just negate that issue as much. So, in terms of my player of the season, this is a tough one. Now, you would go with the goals, wouldn't you, really? I'm going to have to go for Bruno. I'm going to have to go with Bruno. 18 goals, 10. I've got to go with him, really. It's a real tough one. I could have gone with Demir. Mariba was very good as well. 9 goals, 7 midfield was very good. 11 assists. But I've got to go with the guy who's got the most goal contributions, which is 28 total for him. Obviously, you see almost an issue here. He might be moving on as well in the summer. Just doesn't play enough for me, really. So this team, the Bruno gets played. This team needs revamping. I think the plan in the summer is to keep this lad, because Man United and Man City want him, so I'm going to keep him around. But I'm going to replace him with somebody else, and have 2 major senior strikers. Ideally, someone experienced who can put it back in the net. I'll look around and see what I can get. But I want 2 strikers I'm comfortable with. I can't get Haaland back, obviously, because he's just left the club. But that's the plan next season. And then we're looking at Gittins here. I just don't know about this kid. I really don't know about him. I think maybe it could be moving him out on loan and bringing that Bowen back. We'll see what happens. A lot of this stuff I'm talking about is kind of like if buts and maybes. It depends how the market goes. Now, the issue we've got with the market is the World Cup is currently about to take place. So a lot of players I'm looking at are saying we're going to wait until the World Cup ends to make my decision. So at the back, I think Eric Garcia is somebody that I like, but he's not getting a team. These 2, Skriniar and Upamecano, have been poor. They have been very poor second half of the season. They've not been marking properly. Upamecano's had issues with concentration, which again is obviously an issue. So I don't know whether I'm going to change a striker. I think if we sort out the left wing with backup for Sancho and a striker, that might negate our problems a bit. And maybe we move on Olmo, bring in somebody else who's younger to do rotate with Mariba, and maybe we look at getting rid of Barrow in the summer. He's just not. When he plays, not amazing. Get rid of Barrow and then promote our young midfielder, Alan Enrique, as a box-to-box and bring him forward and bring him up. That might be the direction we go in. Obviously, we've got players out on loan as well. We've got young talent in the team as well. We've got Simon Klitz here, again, good young talent, which is why I'm not wanting to go and get a striker who's like 25, because I don't want these guys to be inhibited anyway. So he'll go on loan next season for sure. We've got a young goalkeeper here who I think could be very, very good as well. Obviously, potentially has got good chance of getting the first team. We've got a young centre back here as well. So we've got young talent coming through. I think it's okay. Sorry, Alex Brand. That's another player. Sorry, I forgot to mention that he was one player. He was the same scenario. Couldn't get him to renew just because the Liverpool wanted him, so he went there. But we've got players out on loan. Look at our loans. We've got a lot of players out on loan. This lad as well, another striker that could be a possibility for us. Sergio Morales, a left back that again could be an option for us down that side. So it's all about picking the players, the right players, and put them in the team. This kid I'm really excited about. So it may be next season what we do is we ditch some older players, promote some youth talent, and we just take a long-term kind of what's the word I'm looking for? A long-term outlook on it, and say, right, we've tried spending lots of money and get it quickly. It hasn't quite worked out, though we have done a lot of good things so far in our season. Obviously, these league titles in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row were fantastic. I think next season we just build up again slowly and go from there. Get rid of some players, promote some youth talent, develop young players, bring them through, and hopefully find those players. But I do feel like Left wing and striker are my priorities in the summer. I've got young talent at left back and right back. I've got young defenders who can come in. I've got midfielders who can come in there. I need that cutting edge up front again. We miss Haaland massively. You look at the left wingers in this team. Gittins plays left wing. He comes on the bench. Doesn't have a really good threat on goal. Renier is different than that, but we need to just get that striker in, and also I'm looking at maybe a young attacking midfielder to replace Bruno Fernandes. I think Bellingham, whilst I like Bellingham a lot, I don't know. I think he'll stay next season. I'll give him a new contract to keep him around for now, but I think I'm looking for a young talent. So the areas in the summer I'm looking at strengthening, I've said, will be the striker position, the left wing, and a young, amazing AMC, if I can find one, going forward. Everywhere else, I think I'm covered. I don't think it's anything drastic. I think we sort that striker out. We get someone who can rotate with Sancho as a regular threat. That will help us out a lot next season. But then again, look at the season. You look at the season, now we missed out on the league. The Europa Champions League, we got knocked out in the first knockout round. Again, small margins. We're not getting hammered in games much. We're just the critical moments. We're not winning them. This will be the dream target for me. He's the guy I want. Look at the goal return. 47 goals. I want this guy in my team. I just don't think he's worth the money they're asking for. Maybe that will change in the summer. Maybe not. I'll have to wait and see how the market plays out. So, thank you for watching, folks. We'll leave it on the competition overview screen there. Disappointing season, but overall, 5 league titles in 6 seasons. You cannot knock that. And also, we got, GeForce we get a couple of those as well. So, not too bad at all. I'll be back next season, guys, for the new season. I don't think we're going to be in the cup in the German Super Cup. I don't think we are. Who won the Deutsche Pokal this season? Right, we're not going to be in it. So the next season, the first game will be the first league game of the season, whether that's against, and we'll have combat, and then that'll be the game we do. So thank you for watching, folks. Don't forget, if you enjoyed it, hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new as well. Feedback always welcome on the videos. Try and improve them, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye.